Welcome to the fourth and final module of the Social Enterprise Marketing Toolkit. By now, you should have completed the exercises from the first three modules: clarifying your product or service, identifying your core market, understanding how they perceive of value in your competitive context, and defining a message matrix to help you guide your promotional work and to keep your team on message. Now we'll turn our attention to the various ways you can gauge success of your marketing efforts. Anything worth doing is worth measuring, or so it has been said. Of course, it's true. If you can't measure your success in a project or on a marketing campaign, it's impossible to judge whether you've invested hard-earned dollars wisely. Determining exactly how you'll measure your results is therefore an essential marketing activity. Keep in mind that marketing is just another function of your social enterprise, and so it must contribute to the goals outlined in your business plan. In this module, we'll talk about some of the key measures marketers use to prove their own success and to refine their work so they're even more successful in the future. First, let's acknowledge that as a social enterprise, you want to connect your performance as a business with your contribution to achieving your social mission. You should be able to show a direct link between the two, but this may not always be simple. It could be that your social enterprise's role is simply to provide funds for your not-for-profit. If so, then the impact of those funds should be tracked and reported upon as part of the not-for-profit's programs and services. On the other hand, if your social enterprise provides employment to challenged or barriered employees, then the number of full-time jobs, the number of hours worked, and the amount of money circulated directly to the community as salary could all be important figures to track. Ideally, you'll focus on 3 to 5 measures that most indicate your success, both for the social enterprise and your social mission. There are 2 fundamental measures that are frequently used in advertising and in other forms of promotional marketing: reach and frequency. In fact, they're so pervasive that most newspaper, TV, or radio outlets fix their pricing based on these 2 measures. Reach is simply a measure of how many people are exposed to your marketing messages. You can judge this by knowing where you're marketing. Clearly, the more people you reach, the better, at least for the most part. It would be of little use to reach people who are beyond the geographic area of where you do business. So if your social enterprise is based in Prince George, it's not very useful to invest in advertising that reaches the entire province of British Columbia. Frequency is another key measure for marketers. It gauges how often the same person is exposed to your marketing message. Research has shown that consumer goods marketing, people must be exposed to a message 7 or more times before they even notice a marketing message. It may take more than a dozen times before they act on that message. By combining reach and frequency, you'll begin to develop a strategy for which media to use. By adding the understanding of your key audiences that you develop in the first module of the toolkit, you'll be able to create media targets such as reaching every 18 to 30-year-old male in Quesnel 12 times during the campaign. The campaign, of course, might last a month or 6 weeks or longer, and it may use a variety of different media. So your 18 to 30-year-old target audience might see the same message in a print ad, on the side of your vehicle, and on a poster or postcard. There are other measures that you can use to ascertain the effectiveness of your operations in sales and marketing. One of them is simple: revenue. Knowing how much you're selling and understanding the trend over time is one simple way of gauging your success. If marketing is working, it'll be driving more customers, which will lead to an increase in sales. As sales increase, you can often capture efficiencies that come from scale, which in turn can increase profit margin, another useful measure of success. As you increase your marketing, you might also focus on encouraging your customers to buy from you more frequently. Driving loyalty among regular customers can be one of the most cost-efficient ways to increase sales. Repeat purchasers are your most valuable customers. Most people will try something once, but repeat purchases are a great indicator that the promise you made in your marketing were kept when the people bought your product or service. Word-of-mouth recommendations from these loyal customers can be a remarkable source of new customers. Knowing how often your customers are buying can also be very useful from another perspective. If loyalty begins to slip and previously loyal customers aren't buying from you as often, this could mean that your service quality has slipped or that a competitor has stepped up their game and is taking your customers away. With these 5 essentials, reach, frequency, revenue, margin, loyalty, you'll have the basic information to run your social enterprise effectively. As you learn and grow, you'll identify other key measures, some of which may be unique to your business. The most valuable exercise in gauging success, though, is to focus time and energy on creating and maintaining an informative feedback loop. With so many social media tools available and an audience that is engaged with and passionate about your social enterprise, an easy and open feedback loop can be incredibly valuable. By listening to your customers, your employees, and even the beneficiaries of your work, you can react quickly and sometimes immediately to improve your operations or to fix things when the inevitable mistakes do happen. One powerful tool for feedback is simply to become a customer of your own social enterprise. Getting a clear, fresh, first-hand perspective on quality by buying your own products or services can provide plenty of insight to help you stay competitive. Visiting your competitors is also very useful. Learning about the context in which you operate can only help to clarify your perspective and keep your social enterprise competitive in an ever-changing marketplace. Marketing is going through a period of significant change. Never before has it been so important to engage directly with your customers and other stakeholders. Nor has it ever been as easy as it can be with social media. The immediacy and intimacy with which we can communicate today is unprecedented and exciting. But it can also be daunting. More and more, people expect transparency, openness, and quick reactions when they complain. So don't underestimate the importance of timely communication and open dialogue. This is quickly becoming one of the most critical elements of your marketing mix. This concludes the final module of the Social Enterprise Marketing Toolkit. We welcome your feedback on the insights and tools included here and look forward to hearing how you put some of the work to use in your social enterprise.